Hi, welcome to this video series on how to bridge tokens from Ethereum to Polygon using Metamask. My name is Ayuba Ojanugwama Azu, and I'm a blockchain software developer from Nigeria in Africa. And if you have been on the education ecosystem, probably you would have watched my previous videos regarding the app decentralized application development and blockchain education and all that on the education ecosystem website. Now, in this video series here, we're going to be bridging tokens from Ethereum to Polygon using Metamask. And I'm going to teach you what Polygon is and why Polygon is very important, especially now in these where Polygon is the buzzword currently in the blockchain space, and why the project has a lot of advantages, especially from a developer's standpoint and also user standpoint too. So we're going to look at a reason for the bridge, why we need a bridge, why Polygon. In this session one here, we're just going to discuss it. And then in session two, we're going to create an asset deployed on the Ethereum network. And then we're going to bridge that asset to the Polygon network. So you get to see why it's done that way. Now let's start with the reason for a bridge. If you look at what I wrote here, low transaction fees, higher throughput, and overall experience. Now Polygon Matic is actually a layer 2 network. Let me duplicate this site while I just write this. Let me just say Polygon Matic advantages. So Polygon Matic is a layer 2 network, a layer 2 blockchain network that is built on top of it's a layer 2 blockchain network that is built on top of Ethereum network is built on top of Ethereum. And what this means is that Polygon Matic is an ERC20 token. Okay, well, formerly the name of the project was called Matic, and then it was rebranded to Polygon. I think the project was created in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. So Polygon is an ERC20 token. So you need to know that. And then we said low transaction fees. Yes, transactions on Polygon, you know, transactions on Polygon allows up from now, uh, it allows up to 65,000 transactions per second. Yeah, uh, allows up to can allow up to 65,000 transactions per second. But theoretically, it's written in the website that it can allow up to 1 million transactions per second, but that has not been done yet. And then the block confirmation is less than 2 seconds actually. So block confirmations is less than 2 seconds. So when we say Polygon is a layer 2 blockchain network, it means it's built on top of Ethereum, and it has all the attributes that Ethereum has, uh, except now that instead of transactions taking place on Ethereum network, because the Ethereum network is large. Transactions will not take place on the Polygon network, so which is like a child network. So keeping the majority of the traffic of the um, main Ethereum network. So we can say transactions on Polygon takes place. Transactions on Polygon takes place on child chains, which of course is a Polygon chain, uh, keeping the majority of traffic of the Ethereum parent chain. Yeah, keeping the majority of traffic of the Ethereum parent chain. So that's why it's a layer 2 network, right? And then if you go to CoinMarketCap, you will see that the maximum supply of the Polygon token is about 10 billion Matic token. So max supply is 10 billion Matic tokens. The value currently is very high. So for those that bought Matic in the early stage when the project started, are probably millionaires and billionaires right now. So these are the Polygon. This is the reason why we are gonna do a bridge. So we're moving transactions from layer 1 network to layer 2 network, and we are looking at low transaction fees, higher throughput, and an overall smooth experience. And here are the advantages of the Matic network. There are also networks, other blockchain networks right now that also moves assets from layer 1 to layer 2 network. Like we have the Metis network, which I think I might do a video on that too later on. So this is this. So in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how we can bridge assets or tokens from Ethereum to Polygon using Metamask. So in the next session, we're going to create our assets, which is just going to be a simple game token, just a simple ERC20 token. And then we'll deploy it on the Ethereum network. Then we bridge that token onto the Matis network. So just stay with me while we move on to the next session. Thank you for watching. Hi, welcome to session 2 of this video series on how to bridge tokens from Ethereum to Polygon using MetaMask. My name is Ayuba Azu. In session 2 here, we are going to be creating an asset, which is going to be a simple ERC20 game token contract that we're going to uh, uh, inherit or leverage on the standard Zeppelin libraries. So we're going to create that asset, and then in subsequent tutorials, we're going to see how to deploy these assets, or rather how to bridge these assets that is already deployed on the Ethereum network to the Polygon network. So first of all, we're going to start by installing the necessary tools, which for this tutorial includes setting up Metamask and the Remix IDE. I've already set this up on my system, but I'm going to show you how you can do that. So first of all, you need Metamask. Metamask is your bridge again from the centralized world to the decentralized world. So it's a browser extension that you use to uh, connect with the apps. So let's just open metamask.io, which is the website. Make sure it's HTTPS metamask.io, and it takes you here, so you can get to read about MetaMask and know what it's all about. Now, MetaMask is a crypto wallet. Um, just went off. It's a crypto wallet and also your gateway to blockchain applications. So this is MetaMask. The website has actually been rebranded and it's looking more finer now. So these are the things you can do with MetaMask. You can buy, store, send, and swap tokens, and is available as a browser extension and as a mobile app. Oh well, I haven't used the mobile app then. I guess I'm gonna have that. Okay, MetaMask equips you with a key vault, secure login, token vault, and token exchange. Everything you need to manage your digital assets. It's actually a very good application you can use, and a lot of the app developers have used MetaMask a lot. Has helped to bridge or connect the uh, connects applications from centralized database world to decentralized world. So MetaMask provides simplest yet most secure way to connect to blockchain-based applications, of course, and you can always be in control and interact on the new decentralized world. So you can get to see the advantages here. You own your own data, and to get started, it's just to download MetaMask. It comes in as a browser extension. So as we get to see, these are companies, top companies that are using MetaMask currently. I think a whole lot of companies are using MetaMask actually, but these are top companies like Aave, Infinity, Compound. These are decentralized finance companies, OpenSea, MakerDAO, Rarible, Uniswap, and all that. And well, you can shop to get MetaMask swag. Probably I'm gonna get these shirts too. I like it. Okay, so all that is that, and so you can get to see the features, swaps, supports, and all that. FAQs about the team behind MetaMask. Let's get to see them. Okay, I hope the pictures are here. All right. Well, the whole team guys behind MetaMask. So now the idea is you just go right ahead and click on download, and make sure you're using a Chrome browser, Chrome or Firefox or Brave browser. And then the next thing is you're gonna choose your browser. Of course, I'm using a Chrome, and then you can so you can see here are the supported browsers, so Brave, Firefox, and Chrome and Edge. So install MetaMask for Chrome. Done this before because I have MetaMask here. Just want to show you the procedures. So you click on these, and this pops up MetaMask. Anyway, so you can see it's telling me to remove from Chrome. That's because I've installed MetaMask before. Now they currently have over 10 million users. So once you install MetaMask, you just follow the instructions there. At the end of the day, you're gonna have your vault like this, in which you can log in to your MetaMask. So let's try and log in. So open MetaMask. So you click on that little icon there. Once it's installed, taking quite some time. So let me just wait a little. Okay, you can see I have some tokens here. I think I'm gonna do a video on these methods and how to use that. So, well, you're gonna enter your username, you're gonna enter your password, and then you can now Okay, that's good. Making transactions easier. So I have 0 Ethereum on my mainnet, and on my Rinkeby, which I think is going to be the network we're going to use, I have 0.38 Ethereum. Now you need Ether on your Rinkeby testnet network. So it comes in as a default network on Metamask. So Rinkeby, Cove, and Ropsten, and Ethereum, not this. So the video on this. So on your Rinkeby network, you can get testnet tokens. If you don't have, you can get testnet tokens by going to, I think, faucet.rinkeby. Okay, Rinkeby faucets. Just check it out. Forgotten the site. Just say faucet. Okay, so you can go to faucet.drinkable.io. It's actually authenticated faucet, and you have to input your address on a social network site before you're able to get some ether. So what you need to do, ideally here, it's currently offline. So I guess when you're watching this video, it will be online. What you need to do is to get copy your ether address. Then it's already written here. You request funds via Twitter, make a tweet with your Ethereum address pasted into the content. Surrounding text doesn't matter. Then copy, paste the tweet URL to the above box, which is this, and you click on the ether you want. Then you can also do the same thing on Facebook. So you have to have a social network account to be able to get this faucet. But there is also this website where you can get a faucet ether. Well, I think I've forgotten that site, but you can get faucet ether quickly. Yeah, I think you can also get from faucet.chain.link. I've used this before. It's quite easy here. So you can quickly fire out the tutorial. Here might be problematic, you know, you have to follow all this process and all that. Good. So faucet.chain.link, so for NKB network, make sure the network is NKB here. There are different networks actually. So now what you just need to do is just to copy your address, which is my former address. Just copy your address here, and then you can request for both uh, test link and faucet ether. So just verify that you're not a robot. I don't need a test link. I just need a 0.1 ether. Verify that I'm not a robot. This will send in some ether to my address. So let's click on this. Good. So ether has been sent. So I'm waiting for confirmation from the network. And soon I should have some tokens, 0.1 ether, in my address. Good. So request completed. So I can now you open my Metamask. and C. Good. So it was 0.3, now it's 0.4 because of added some asset. So to be able to, this where you click to copy your address. So this way you click to copy your address and then you paste it here. Now we're able to request Rinkaby testnet faucet ether that we can use. You can also the same procedure. You can request for Robston network and all other networks that you might be using. So I have 0.2 Robston network. So on this URL here, I can just change that. Okay, well, there is no Robston here. But thank God we have a Polygon, so we can actually get some Matic tokens that we're going to use. So we can get that from this site. Okay, all right then. So we're able to do this. The next thing now is remix IDE. So its remix IDE is basically simple. All you just need to do is go to remix.etherium.org. So go to this URL, and then it's a browser-based IDE that you can use to easily write and compile and deploy smart contracts. So this just opens up your remix IDE, and then it's uh, tool we're going to use to create our smart contracts or assets. Then deploy the assets onto the Ethereum Rinkaby network, and then bridge that asset from Ethereum to Polygon. So this will patient a little for this to come up. Well, my network's not very strong, so I guess that's why it is just taking quite some time. Well, anyway, I've opened that on another browser before, on another tab before, which is this. So here's how your remix looks like. Don't worry if you don't understand what's going on here, because this is another workspace that I've used. So basically, you just go to remix.ethereum.org, and I will teach you how you can start writing smart contracts here. These are some contracts I created before. So you have this on the left pane, your contracts, just create your tests, your devs, and all that. We can actually use that. Okay, so let me close this tab. Okay, so now we're able to install Metamask, and we're able to just go to remix.ethereum.org. In the next tutorial, I'm going to create an ERC20 game token contract. Then we're going to compile the contract, the Remix IDE, and deploy it to the Rinkaby testnet network. So I guess we can call this session 2.0, and then when we create the game token contract, we call it session 2.1. So This is session 2.0 here. Okay, alright then. Let's pause this video and then move on to the next session where we are going to create our ERC20 game contract and then compile the game contract. So thank you for watching. On how to bridge tokens from Ethereum to Polygon using Metamask. Well, rather this is going to be session 2.1 because in the last session we set up the necessary tools which included Metamask and the Remix IDE. In this session here, we're going to be creating an ERC20 token. We're going to call it a game contracts token, and then it will just basically represent a token which we can use to purchase games, probably maybe in a marketplace, all that. Basically, a token where we can just mint a number of tokens, and we can distribute those tokens around for an event, maybe a game event, and all that. So we're going to look at that, and then we're going to compile the game token, and then we're going to see how we can deploy that onto the Ethereum blockchain. Okay, so the next thing is we can just quickly go right ahead and do that. Go to your remix.ethereum.org, and once it's open, you have these file like this. So on your contracts folder, we can quickly create a new file, and then we call it game token .sol. So that .sol means the solidity. It's gonna be solidity file. Now to simplify what we're doing, we're gonna create we're gonna leverage on a library, OpenZeppelin library. So you can just type OpenZeppelin. Okay, so OpenZeppelin without GitHub first. Oh no, internet. Sorry. Fix my internet. Okay, great. So I can refresh this time. Now here's OpenZeppelin, and you can open that. So we're going to leverage, like I said, on ERC20 token library. So here's everything about OpenZeppelin. Is actually OpenZeppelin provides security products to build, automate, and operate decentralized application. And they also protect leading organizations by performing security audits on their systems and products. So basically what they have, it's a standard library for different kind of contracts. So if you scroll down, you go to the contract, you go to this contract tab here. You can click go to docs so that we look at the docs, the possibly documents. So now these contracts are being updated on a regular basis. But now we'll be talking about ERC20 tokens contract. So if you go here under tokens, click ERC20. And then here's a contract we're going to look at, ERC20. Token contract keeps track of fungible tokens. Now, what are fungible tokens? Fungible tokens is any token that is exactly equal to the other token. That means no token of special rights or special behavior associated with them. For example, your dollar bill, $100 bill is $100 bill everywhere. So this makes ERC20 tokens useful for things like medium of exchange currency, voting rights, staking, and all that. Now, OpenZeppelin provides a lot of ERC20 related contracts. Like we have the ERC20 mintable, possible, and all that. So we're going to look at it. And for this, since we are planning or since we're learning how to bridge assets from the Ethereum network to the Polygon network. So we're just going to use a very simple contract like this, to create our ERC20 um, token. So we're just going to create a simple ERC20 token like this, where we can mint tokens to the deployer of the contracts. Get the balance here, just as shown here, and then we can transfer, of course, from one address to the other. So it's just going to be a very simple contract, which we're going to copy this, and this is actually they created a contract called that used to track gold, an internal currency in a hypothetical game. We're just going to call our own game token, not GLD token. So you can copy all this up to Pragma, and then go back to your remix tab, and then you can paste this. So you go back to your game.token.sol, game token.sol, and you can paste this here. Good. So now you can see what we're doing is we're importing the contract from the dependency folder. Now you might not have these, so the easiest way we can do this is go to the link GitHub. So go to contracts, just right click on that. Go to contracts. Let's look at this, it's still compiling. Seems like this is slow. Okay. I'll click to compile that. Well, anyway, we go to GitHub here. We go to token. Go to ERC20. And then we go to ERC20.sol. And we can copy this from here. This you can do this because you might not be I think I need to refresh this page. It's talking about network error. So I'm gonna refresh the page again, and then probably redo everything. Okay, I guess we have to redo this again. Okay, we have it there, game token.sol. Now this is inheriting from ERC20 token, which of course we opened it here, ERC20 token. And then okay, here's the constructor, get the name and then the symbol. Then now we're calling the mint function, which is this, the accounts we're minting to, and then the amount we're minting. So we're gonna call this the account, and then the amount we are minting to, the amount we are minting. So let's change the name of this contract, simple contract that we have here. So let's change it to game token. Let's see, game tkn, that's the name of the contract, and symbol should be game. And if you want to learn more about creating contracts, you can check my previous videos on the education ecosystem, where I explained how all these contracts works in details. Now, you might be having problem importing through this way. So the easiest way again you can import, because at the time of shooting this video, the contract is you can just copy this actually. You can also import this, and then I can replace this code here in case you're having an error, because I have dependency installed on my Remix IDE, the principal independence installed, so it makes it easier for me. Sometimes auto compile takes time, so I can replace it with this, with what I got from the GitHub page. Then that will also compile accordingly. Okay, so good. So we're able to create a game contract, and we're able to compile it successfully. You can click on the compile button again. So make sure that this compiles successfully. So ours is a simple game token contract. Just have a constructor where we put in the initial supply, and then we send the tokens to the deployer of the contract, who can now distribute the tokens to different buyers that want to watch the game later. So that's the idea of the contracts. Let's check it out. Okay, compiler version. I guess that's because we picked from here. Okay, let's just change the compiler version to 0.5.0 and see. Let's change the compiler version to 0.5. 0.8 compiler version, as at the time you're watching this video, might work for you, but I guess since I changed the import statement to this, it's throwing an error on compilation. Let's wait for it to get compiled and see. Okay, well, compiler version 0.5. I have to install all Okay, here's what you're gonna do. I guess you have to install the dependencies too to make it easier for you. So let me just quickly go back and because if I'm using these, I can see I have to like call this and this, so that would take quite some time. Now let's just follow what we have. Good, so let's just use this. This should compile correctly because this already we already have it here on our remix ID. So all in all, just make sure you have a simple ERC20 token that you can just create like this. Then we'll see how we deploy that from the Ethereum network to the Matic network, or the Polygon network rather. So this should compile successfully now, and then well, I guess something. 0.80, 0.811. Okay, let's change it to 0.80. Let's change it to 0.80. That's probably how to update my browser. Anyway, I can pause this video now because very sure this will compile successfully. So just pause this video, move into the next video where we'll deploy this smart contract. Welcome to session 3 on this video series on how to bridge tokens from the Ethereum uh, blockchain to the Polygon blockchain using Metamask. My name is Ayuba Janogomazu. Now in this session 3 here, we're going to deploy the game token we created in the last session. We had Remix, and we're going to deploy it to Metamask and get to see the tokens that we created. So to do that is easy. Now, if you remember, we were able to compile the contract successfully, and then of course you can ignore this warning. It's just a warning, you can ignore that for now. So let's deploy the smart contract. So you click on this tab here, and then you change this to we have different environments you can deploy to. You can deploy to the JavaScript, London, Berlin, and all that. Now just click on injected web3. So this should automatically show you your should automatically connect to Metamask and show your Metamask balance. But in case it doesn't show your Metamask, Metamask might ask you for the first time to connect to your local to remix.ethereum.org to allow access for this connection. So you can just click to allow access. So let's click on Metamask to verify that our okay. So let's change this to Rinkeby network. You can actually deploy it onto Robson network too. Change this to Rinkeby network, which is a 0.4 ether here. Showed you how you can request for ether by going to faucets.chain.link /Rinkaby, putting your smart contract address here, and then you can request for ether. So now this is displaying my network here, my account. You can see your Rinkaby network. The number is 4. And then once you come here, make sure you select game token because your contract actually inherited from all these tokens. So make sure you select game token. Now, for us to click deploy, we can click on this arrow. Now it's asking us the initial supply, which our account, the account the deployer will be having. So let's say we are deploying, and you have to know that, let's say we're deploying 100 game tokens. So if we put 100, we'll have to put 18 leading zeros in front of it because this is showing everything in way. So that's the basic units that's of our contract. So just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we're actually having 100 tokens. So put 100 plus 18 zeros. And you click on transact. And this should pop up Metamask. Good. And then we're going to deploy this game token to Metamask, to the Ethereum, to Rinkaby blockchain rather. So we'll just wait for that. Okay, so contract deployment. So we make sure you have some testnet ether, like I said, so they can be able to pay for gas fees and all that. So just click and confirm. And then we wait for confirmation. Okay, good. So this has been confirmed. So we can open back our MetaMask. Good. So if you check the activity that just happened right now, we have a contract deployment. But if we go to our assets, we can see our game token here. But we're going to do that shortly. So here you can just click on this and you can view on Block Explorer to see the transaction details. So this will take you to rinkaby.etscan.io. Okay, here's our contract address, and you can see 400 game tokens. So, and then you can check other like the gas price used. You can click more to check just other information about the contract. But basically, for now, what is more important is the contract address and then the amount of tokens we minted, which is 100 game token. And this game token can be distributed to other people, that other viewers that want to come and watch this game. So let's copy this address now. Then we want to show these what we own in our wallet. So you click on MetaMask again. So make sure you're still on Rinkaby testnet network. So you click on assets, and then if you scroll down, you click on import tokens. Now I'll put a contract address here, and and then good, you can see automatically it has given us a token symbol, which is game, and then of course it's in decimal point, so we click add custom tokens, and good, so we have 100 game tokens. Now we can click this to import tokens, so we'll have 100 game tokens in our Rinkebi account. Now this, mind you, these tokens are in our uh, Ethereum blockchain. And what we want to do now is to be able to bridge these to the Polygon blockchain. So I'm trying to scroll down. Good. So we want to be able to bridge these to the Polygon Matic network. So now we have this, and let's pause this video here, and then in the next video we are going to set up our Polygon Matic network and then bridge these tokens, these game tokens to that network. So thank you for watching. Hi, welcome to session 4 on this video series on how to bridge tokens from Ethereum to Polygon using Metamask. My name is Ayuba John Azu. In the last session, we were able to deploy the game token we created into one of the networks, which was a Rinkebi network. In this session here, we will bridge the tokens we create from our network, the Ethereum network, to the Polygon network. But also at the time of shooting this video, the Polygon network, especially the testnet network, actually doesn't support Rinkebi. So we can redeploy this smart contract into the Groeli network. So I'm gonna do that, and then here's the contract. I'm going to switch my network first of all to Groeli network. I've done that, so we're just gonna. But this, what I'm demonstrating here, will work perfectly on the main nets, on the main network. Meaning, you'll have to spend some testnet ether. You have to spend some real ether rather to be able to do that. So I actually did that, and then I transferred some tokens. So problem, just change this name to let's say game 1. Just changing all the token to game token 1, and then game 1. So you get to see how this works. Now of course this should compile successfully. The Goerli network, it comes by default to your Metamask, so we can just deploy that by clicking this button. So you can see Goerli network, which is network ID 5, and make sure you have some testnet ether there. Now to get some testnet ether, you go to this URL, goerli.faucet.slug.it, and then you put in your address, your Ethereum address there, so we can be able to request for some testnet ether. So we can just copy this, enter the address, make sure it's this URL. So I request for 0.05 ether. Okay, it's another server error. Okay, I think I need to confirm that I'm not a robot yet. So I'm requesting for 0.05 testnet ether. And I believe that should have been deposited, even though I'm not seeing any information here. Anyway,
That's how you get some testnet ether. I already have here. So it's as easy as deploying these smart contracts. So make sure it's injected Web3, just like we have in the Rinkaby. Switch your network to Goel network, and it's time to deploy. Let me cancel this. So make sure you select game token as well. And then we give an initial supply of, since this is in way, so we'll put let's say 120, then 18 zeros, 18 leading zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that means I'm deploying 120 of these tokens. So you click deploy, this pops up Metamask. It's just the same thing we did on Rinkaby. We're just deploying back to our network. So then we click on confirm. Make sure you have some early testnet ether there, so you can be able to confirm this transaction. So just wait for confirmation, and then our smart contracts address will be displayed somewhere here. Okay, good. So it's been deployed here, and here's our smart contracts. Good. So we could just check the total supply. It's 120. Good. We can check the name, scheme token 1, and then we can check the symbol. And all these are being deployed to our address. They are being minted to the address. So now the next thing now is to set up the Polygon network on our MetaMask. So if you head on to the Polygon docs, just go to this URL, or you can see how to set up a Polygon network for both the testnet and the mainnet. So for this tutorial, we're focusing on the testnet, and then we're just interested in getting the chain ID, the network RPC URL, and the network name. And we have done this, so let me just show you how to do that. You go to MetaMask. Now you want to add a new network. You click here, you go to add network. MetaMask will come up for me to be able to add network to it. Good, so here I put the network name, which in this case it's I actually used Mumbai. You can say Mumbai testnets, or Polygon testnets, any name that's Christ testnet. Then the RPC URL should be this, https rpc mumbai.maticvigil.com. So that's what you're going to put there as a testnet, and then the chain ID should be 8001. So you put that here, the chain ID should be 8001, and then the block explorer URL where you can view the on Etherscan should be, I think it should be somewhere here. Okay, I've actually added it, so probably just check it out. I can add this again because I've added this before, which is here. Let's see if I can good. So here's the details of the network. So Mumbai, matic.mumbai.chainstacklabs.com. So that's a new RPC URL actually I added. Then here's a chain ID. Here's a symbol Matic, and then here's the block explorer mumbai.polygonscan.com. So this is what you should add for your. I can just quickly change this to Mumbai tests net something just to receive it. So you see how it works. Okay, so that's how you add the Polygon network to Metamask. Now, the next thing now is to you can see it just changed here. Now I don't have Matic here, so you can actually go to faucets to also request for some faucet network for Matic. But now, what we need to do now is to bridge our tokens from Goerli testnet network to the Matic network. So we'll go back to the Goerli testnet network, and then we go to assets. Here's the former token I created, so I'm just going to import tokens, and I pick in the contract address from here, which I created. So I can paste that here. So you can see game one as a token symbol and the decimal. So click add custom token. So you can see I have 120 of these game one tokens. Now I've added a network to the Goerli network, to the Goerli test network. Now to bridge this, first of all, we have to map this token on the Matic map site. So we need to map this token, this contract that we just created. And to do that, we just go to this site. We go to mapper.matic.today. Good. So the idea is we want to map our tokens, and then want to map it to Goerli testnet network. So as I told you, this is the network we could actually use. So we're going to submit a new map token. So you click on this button. Our token is an ERC20 token, and then we're choosing the network, Matic Mumbai. So here we're going to put the Ethereum address, which we just copied. Here is our contract address. So it's going to tell us that the contract is not mapped yet. Good, so you can see your token address is not verified. So we need to verify these on Etherscan. Now, to do that is easy. We go to, you can see the details are here, and of course it's a mintable token. So we need to verify these on Etherscan. Now, if you come to the Goerli, come to goerli.etherscan.io. Now I've copied that contract address. So here's the contract address. So I search for my contract, and then yeah, contract was minted, was created 6 minutes ago. So you can see, of course, here is the details about the contract. So if I come to contracts here, now I click on verify and publish, so I can be able to publish these contracts. So here's the contract address. So we select the compiler type is 0. You can just choose Solidity single file, the licensing type. We're gonna choose okay, 0.8.0. That's the compiler version that we used, and then licensing type we can just use maybe MIT license. and you make sure you check on the agreed to the terms of service, and then you click continue. So here now we need to enter the smart contract code here, the complete smart contract code. Now to do that, we need what we call the flattener, because we've inherited from uh, different libraries, especially the open libraries. So you come here to plugins. Just want to show you. And if you scroll down, I've done this before. Just want to show you. Good. So here's flattener. I've actually activated it. So you'll see it activate like this in green button. So you click to activate it, and then it will now come up like this here. So you'll have this flattener here once you've activated it. Now it says flatten contract game token.sol. Make sure the game token.sol is open. So we click on flatten contract. So flatten contract, copy to clipboard. So save game token.s game token underscore flat.sol. So it will flatten the contract and all the goods. So all the contracts where the inherited contracts and everything will be here. So now I can select all these. Okay, if I go here, so this is it. That's taking it here. So I can right click and copy this. So I've copied all these contracts, and then I come to my Etherscan. So I enter the solidity codes here. So here's the flattened contract, everything. Now after this, you can leave the next line. Just check to make sure that you're not a robot. Bridge is right. This should be a bridge. This should be a bridge. This should be a bridge. So I verify that, and then I verify and publish. Good. So if everything goes fine, you will see that you see a successful message that your contract has been verified and published. So now we have this. So we can go back to our mapper that Matic today, and we can proceed since it's verified now. Now here you put your email address for mapping notification. I put this, and then I click on submit. Just check this. So we're submitting this so we can be able to. Now the thing is this might take quite some time for the thematic network team to the Polygon team to get back to us so that our token can be mapped, and so that we can be able to transfer the token from one network to the other, especially from the Ethereum network to the Matic network. So we're done with this. We close. So now assuming the network has been mapped and good, you see your tokens will appear here once it's mapped. You will receive email notification when your token is mapped. So assuming the network has been mapped, if we select POS bridge, select the Google testnet network, search for our token here. If we say game, okay, I guess I mapped these yesterday. Game token yesterday. So yes, I mapped this yesterday actually. So I mapped this yesterday. So it might take I think 24 hours then for what I just did now to work. Anyway, since I've mapped this yesterday, we can use this to test what we are doing. So I actually mapped this yesterday. So here's the Ethereum address, and then here is the Polygon address for the mapping. Now, after mapping like this, and you search for your token, and it displays here, What you need to do is to we go to the bridge. Here's the bridge, the URL here. This is a testnet bridge. So wallets dash dev.polygon the technology /login. So takes you here, and then make sure you're on the Grail network on Metamask. So you click Metamask to connect on the bridge. So just wait for Metamask to pop up, and then you just sign this to allow it. Okay, so here is my account. Now what we want to do, we just want to deposit and withdraw within network. So we just click on Polygon bridge. So we are moving from, so we're from on the Gold chain, we want to move it to Mumbai chain. So you select good. So you can see here is my token is being displayed because this token has been marked. So I click this. Now let's say I want to move 10 of this token to Mumbai chain. So I click on transfer. So it takes 7 to 8 minutes thereabouts. So just click continue. So here's what I'm gonna spend. You can see it's quite cheap compared to sending Ethereum. You know, sending someone Ethereum. So, but as of today, I noticed that the Matic network, the Polygon network, is quite expensive today too. So I don't know, maybe the network is getting heavy and all that because estimated transaction fee is $17, and that's too much. It's way too much. So anyway, so we click on continue to initiate this transfer, this bridge transfer. So like I said, this will take approximately 7 to 8 minutes, and I am gonna pause this video here because we can wait for 7 to 8 minutes. But we're very sure that this will continue. So let me pause the video. Forgotten the shortcut. Okay, the transfer was successful. So though it took about 10 minutes for this to be successful, I guess the Ethereum network is the Polygon network rather is a bit heavy by this time. So we can click on this to view on each scan to view what we have done. So you can see the details of the transaction. It was successful. Timestamp 8 minutes ago. From my address here, here's to this contract, instructor with this contract. So tokens transfer from this address, this address, and then of course it's 10 game tokens. So you can click on each of these to view more details about everything. So if we check Metamask now. Now try and reload this page. Just want to see our balances on Metamask. Okay, mind you, this is not what we transferred. It was the mapping I did, the last mapping I did. So it was 50, and you can see now it's 40. And then we come to Mumbai testnet. And we try to import tokens. We try to import the game tokens by picking the smart contract. Let me see. Try to get the smart contract, the last smart contract. Here, I guess this should be the previous smart contract, right? For the game token. Is this the correct smart contract I picked? Anyway, we can verify that this contract has been transferred. Go back to the Google network. Okay, so you can see this is the approval and all that, and then you can actually view this the scan. So you can see it's moved from this address to this address now. So it's been moved to this contract here. So this brings us to the end of this video on how to you know how to bridge tokens from Ethereum to Polygon using Metamask. So we're just gonna end this video here, and then we'll continue with other videos that we're creating. So thank you for watching.